Good.
Andy, congrats. Was that much more like the response you wanted?
It's very pleasing to be sat in here with a scoreline like that in those type of conditions against a side which would have been well up for this. You know, it's pretty pleasing how we handled lots of bits throughout the game, especially them coming back just before half time and regathering ourselves and giving a performance like we did in the second half. That I thought, you know, as far as field position and being across most of our game in that second half was really pleasing.
What were the elements of the performance that clicked tonight compared to previous weeks?
Well, the start was pretty good. I thought we really let ourselves go and attack the game straight from the word go. But also, you know, obviously some setbacks, discipline-wise or whatever, drop ball. You know, there's going to happen in games like that, and them coming back into it, but holding our nerve and attacking the game again in the second half, and keep playing the type of rugby that we did again in those conditions right till the end. I thought we give a good account of ourselves.
John and then Keith.
Dylan, we asked you about the line-out when things don't go well. So we asked you about the line-out when things do go well. That was a great performance. Destabilise Australia as much as everything you did on your own.
Is this for me?
Yeah.
It was good, yeah, defensively as well. Like when you've asked me in the past about the line-out when it hasn't been functioning as well, I've said that there's full belief in Paulie and the line-out leaders there. They put a ton of time into it. So there's a feeling of it's only a matter of time till it starts to click again, and yeah, you saw that today. Obviously the South African line-out's another beast altogether, so we'll need plenty more of what we saw today again next week. So it's a big week in that department coming.
Keith?
Andy, apart from the obvious hat-trick that Matt Hansen scored, what did you make of him at fullback, and did you see enough that...
Well, the first thoughts were, you better play well in those two different coloured boots, like, you know. I actually thought that was how it should have been, but apparently Mac just did that himself anyway. So he's drawn attention to himself before he's even started. Said to him before the game, good players don't need excuses. They can get on with it and just be themselves. You can get the man of the match if you want, you know. And he went, yeah, I agree. So he's that type of player. He prepares well. He's got a great attitude to get across his detail, and so that's why he slotted straight back in, and he was able to be himself because of that.
What did you like about him at fullback, though, specifically apart from...
Well, I mean, obviously popping up in the middle of the field is something that he does from the wing anyway, but I suppose he's more in position for that more often. But his high ball stuff was brilliant, wasn't it? You know, I thought we didn't get bored of doing the right thing, and that was putting the ball back on them to get the field position. And the reason why that was the right thing to do is because it's the likes of Mac who was getting the balls back, you know, so and Lowy, etc. So pretty pleasing.
The one negative seemed to be Stuart McCloskey going off injured.
Yeah,
it
looks like he's groin again. He's been great all week and rehabbed thoroughly the week before, but obviously playing Test match rugby is a little bit different. So not nice for Stu, but we'll see how bad it is over the next coming days.
Doris.
Caelan, can you just tell us the practicalities of having played 7? It was raining, it was messy, your top of tackle count for the first half, and then obviously there's an adjustment in the second half. Just run through the difference between the two, and could you give us a word about how you didn't let down Troy Parrott's jersey?
I got one try, not two, unfortunately. I told you that after his 2 goals, I get 2 tries, but that didn't come to fruition. When I'm playing 8 anyway, like I said to you yesterday, I try and cause a bit of chaos in the breakdown anyway and do a bit of a 7 job there. The difference was the first breakdown off scrum and line out, defending a little bit differently off line outs too. But yeah, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Probably felt a small bit more comfortable moving back to 8 at the end, but happy in either role.
Can I just pick you up on that? Clearly, there's some extra homework for you if you're going to play 2 positions. In the adjustment at the end, the way things are moving around, or am I getting that wrong?
No, but I mean, that's the usual stuff. Like most people, whether you're on the bench or starting, a lot of people will cover a second position. So I've been covering 7 for the last, 3-4 years. So I'm pretty familiar with the detail that comes with it.
Bertie?
And how's Tom Clarkson, and were there any other injuries?
No, he got pinged from the incident and it seems unbelievably tough these days when you go off with a ping or a HIA to pass any type of test. I mean, I think did we see Freddie Stewart go off this afternoon, and he was surprised by the ping, and so therefore he was surprised about whatever the situation was, and he didn't come back on either. So Tom is absolutely fine, but obviously he did pass that the test. So
There was a nice moment around the 60-minute mark when Sam Prendergast came off and Jack came on. There was an unbelievable roar for both of them.
yeah.
How hard have they made your life to pick number 10?
It's great, isn't it? Well, honestly, lads, I know you guys think it's a 2-horse race, this, but Harry Byrne's not sitting down either. Kieran Farrell is not sitting down. Everyone has to be within a shout of being able to compete. In the here and now, and the not too distant future, and in the future. So I get, these two having a go at one another and playing really well, and actually good mates, good mates and good professionals with all that. But we're interested in seeing everyone compete. Harry played pretty well in Spain, ran the week pretty well, so it isn't just the two lads.
And last question, Derek.
Andy, I think the bench over the last few weeks has made a big impact, and
Yeah.
the English media are kind of branding their own benches, the Palm Squad. Do we have a name?
What have we got?
Yeah, what's our name?
Well, the coaching staff didn't make the POM squad up, so it came from you guys. So you gotta be in control of that. Wouldn't be my goal.
Homework. All right, sorry, last question.
Oh, Andy, just an Australian question. You've faced Australia quite a few times this year. Can you just give an assessment of where you think the team is at?
Well, look, I mean, you see the scoreline just before half time. I think it showed the fight and the want to put a stamp on this game. I've no doubt they would have targeted this game, would have been excited about this game. Looking at the fixture coming to the Northern Hemisphere, sometimes games just go like that. They just go away from you, etc. And then and obviously we're pleased with how we implemented our game on them. But I would say, and I know that people will, from their side, wouldn't like to give excuses or whatever, but a Lions tour and how well they did and gave a massive account of themselves within that tour. Won the third test there. It's very draining, and the character of the Australian side is shown to me when they get on the plane straight away while we all go home and go on holiday or whatever, and they carry on playing and winning Joburg, So that's the real them. And everyone can say whatever they want, but that's my opinion.